Hello, guys!
In today's video, we are going to be actually starting a series where we are going to be making some tutorials about how to amplify and better your Scratch games. This can go from small things like sounds to big things like a whole main menu. But in this video, we're going to start with one of the more important things of your game. Whether you think this or not, buttons. Buttons are very important in your game as they lead you to do more things. Imagine a game without buttons. That would be ridiculous. So in today's video, we are going to be showing you guys how to make buttons and how to use them the correct way. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is actually make the button sprite. Please excuse my lousy art skills. I am not Rowan, and clearly I can't zoom in either because I am not exactly the brightest tool in the shed.
What?
Now have our button. But what to do with it? What is the point of a button? The point of a button is when it's clicked, or better word, when it's interacted with, it does stuff. So, let's say we have a game, and when we click this button, it gets us to show another sprite to a game. So let's just get another sprite. We'll use Amon. Alright? This is tough. This is Aura right here. Okay? But for now, when the green flag is clicked, we want him to stay hidden until we click the button to start playing the game. Perfect. Now, back to the button. When the green flag is clicked, we want this button to actually show. And now, when we click the button, we want it to broadcast the message. Rowan, if you want to explain what messages do?
In Scratch, broadcast message allows you to create a new message that will be broadcasted whenever you use it in your script. So you can name it whatever you like. We're gonna call it start game. And when we put it under when green flag clicked or whatever we're gonna put it under, it will allow us to see that this message was sent in other sprites. So Michael will now show and demonstrate that right now.
So we're going to make when the sprite is clicked, is going to broadcast that message. So it's going to be if, and then we're going to grab an and from the operators. So if the sprite is touching the mouse pointer and the mouse is down, you want it to wait until it is not doing that. So you want to grab a not from the operators, and then you can also just duplicate it from the if. You want to wait until it's not touching the mouse pointer and the mouse down, and then broadcast start game, and put all of that in the forever loop. Now, when you click the button, it'll broadcast the message start the game. But the message was broadcasted, but it didn't actually do anything. Let's fix that. When the message is received, make sure this says start game and not message 1. We want to hide the button because we don't want just a big button in the middle of our screen while we're playing the game. So we're going to hide it once the start game message is received. As for Anton, he's our main sprite. Or nope, not Anton, Amon. I'm calling him Anton because I'm not going to remember that. Okay, Anton. Alright, right? When I receive start game, we're going to show Anton and we're going to, and we're going to make him change size.
Forever.
We're going to change forever, change his color effect by 25.
Wait 0 seconds so it's not instant.
Right, and we're gonna wait 0 seconds.
In the forever loop.
Alright, yeah. It doesn't actually wait 0 seconds, but
it's waiting one frame.
One frame, yep. So, let's start it. So, as you can see, the button shows Anton is not, but when we click the button, let me actually full screen. Boom, Anton is showing and he is changing colors fast.
Sorry, I'm getting this.
And this can translate into many more buttons. It doesn't just have to be a play button. let's say you want to end his suffering of changing colors and have an X button to go back to the main menu of a play button, or to go back to the play button. You will make a new sprite, and just for the simplicity, I'm just going to make the letter X. Yeah. Well, this is just for massive purposes. Okay, alright. Now we have our X, and now what we want to do is when the green flag is clicked, we want to make sure it's hidden, because there's no point of an X button if nothing has happened yet. Now remember, when it receives the message start game, which is when the game starts, we want it to show, just like Anton. But now, when we click the button, we want it to broadcast a new message. So, if I'm just going to make the touching motion again. Now, when the mouse is down and it's touching the mouse pointer, we want to broadcast a new message. So we'll just call it go back, because that's what it's doing. Now, what we want to do is when the X button receives go back, remember how we didn't want it to show when this button was showing? This button, right? We want it to hide. It receives go back, because it's going to be back to the main menu, so to speak. And we want to do the same thing for Anton. We can all, just a tip and trick, you can drag the code that you want into another sprite, and once you see the sprite box shake a little bit, then it'll get dropped in, which I already did. Go back, it'll hide. So, let's test it out. The button's here for some reason. You click it, Anton changes color. When you click X, it goes back. But where did our play button go? So I actually forgot to do this. When it receives go back, we want the play button to show again. So, boom.
Wow, fully working.
And we can continually do this over and over. Now, we'll go to Rowan with a little more animation to the button.
So this step is not necessary, it's completely optional. It does make your buttons look a lot better. So you're just gonna take this script forever. If touching mouse pointer, then set size to size plus 100. We're gonna change the 150 to 65, and then 65 minus size divided by 3. And the bottom one is gonna be the same thing, but instead of 65, we're gonna change it to 50. This script will gradually change the size of the button so it can be slightly bigger when you hover over it, and it will revert back to its original size once we go back.
You want to make sure that you place these operators correctly, because it might be a bit difficult. So the order is size plus 65, which is the size you want it to be when it's at its biggest, minus the size divided by 3. Now, we want to put this in the forever loop. I think you can just like put it on top here. Okay, what the heck?
No. Yeah. And then just drag it. So just put it inside of any forever loop. And it's a little big for us, so you can change it for however big you want it to be. You can adjust the numbers there, but just know that the bottom size, also that's not gonna, I don't think that'll change anything. Yeah, just know that the bottom size in the set size to always has to be smaller than the top size.
And once again, once you click it, it continues to do what it's supposed to, which is good. You can apply this code once again to the X button, but we're not going to do that just for the sake of keeping this video short, sweet, and concise. So, thank you guys for watching our first part of making Scratch games better, or whatever I called it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you use some Scrabble.
Scrabbilities.